Welcome to Blast the Ball. Coach V is a lifelong soccer player, a soccer coach, and a soccer parent. And there's a pretty good chance that you're one or more of these as well. He and his team spent over 2 years researching, testing, and developing a simple but effective training approach that works well with all levels of players. So sit back and enjoy the ride. Now, here's Coach V.
Welcome to Blast the Ball. A soccer ball, a soccer net, and a foot. Sounds easy enough, doesn't it? Kick a soccer ball, put it in the net. Then why do we struggle with this so much? And I'm not just talking about young players at 6 years old or 8 years old. I'm talking about players into 12, 13, 14, even 16 years old. Struggle with the simple basics of kicking a ball. Blast the Ball will help you improve the basic essentials reaction shooting through a series of real live footage, real soccer players, and real coaches. So hold on, don't go anywhere. First, I want to address how this video is set up. The first section is called Information Overload. Information Overload is a brief review of everything about the soccer kick. It includes soccer science, soccer kick, and ball flight. Every single one of these sections should be viewed prior to moving on to the training sections. Next, we have Working with the Beginning Player, a simple training session to show you how to expose these things to the beginning player. I want to point out one very quick detail here. Don't skip this section. Even if you're an advancing player or an advanced player, you may get confused if you don't watch this session. Another important point about watching the beginner section is that at some point, you as a soccer player may become a mentor to a younger child, and it's important that you know everything in this section. Then we move on to the advancing player. The advancing player applies to both the advancing and the advanced player. We show all kinds of training methods, information, and science. Following that, we have a brief coach's corner to show you how to apply some of this during your practices. It's funny because, you got to understand that kids are kids. And while we train hard and we keep the training sessions short, they like to have fun. And this is how you do it. Teach them a basic skill, then transition over to something fun that relates to it. All good coaches do this. They start with the drill, they start with the basic skill, put it into some kind of a drill, and then move it forward into a game setting. This is just wonderfully fun for them. Lindsay's a great player. She understands the game, but she also understands the principle of learn the skill, then learn the game. It's just like golf. You don't go right out onto a golf course. Learn the skill, then learn the game. That's what professional players do. If they're having a problem with their game and their golf shot is off, something's wrong with their golf shot, what do? They don't go play the game more. They go back to the driving range, they get their instructor, and he comes out and works with them. If you're lucky enough to be Tiger Woods, guess what? You're out at an open somewhere at a major championship and you fly your instructor in because you've got a swing problem. You don't go out and play the game and hope to improve. It's the same thing with soccer. Work on the skills, then go out and play the game and learn the game. Take those skills to the field. Kids will be kids. The evolution of a soccer kick. To move forward and improve, we must examine where we are and where we came from. If you're working with younger players, you will definitely recognize some of these kicks we're about to show you. I want you to focus on 3 things. First, most of the players don't load their leg heavily, meaning they don't have a large backswing. They simply kick the ball from a normal stepping or running stride. Next, notice that their toe is forward on many of the kicks and it strikes the ball. Then, watch how hard they push their leg through the ball versus allowing it to impact the ball in a natural swing and release. What do I want you to learn from the evolution of a soccer kick that we learned from the evolution of a soccer kick? It's pretty simple. That young players and even advancing players simply take their natural swing path, they take a walk and the ball gets in front of it. They step and they kick. Even if they're running, they do the same thing. Now, as they advance, you're going to see they try and kick harder, and you're going to see this motion. And that's how they kick a ball. They actually force it out with their foot, thinking that's going to be more. Identify those problems and we're going to help you fix them. Parts of the soccer ball. It's critical that soccer players not view the soccer ball as a single object. We need to view the ball as being 5 pieces or sections. The ball should be viewed as 5 separate pieces. The upper half of the ball is struck when we want the ball to go low. The lower half is our focus when we want the ball to go high. Striking the ball on the right side will deflect the ball left. Likewise, striking the ball on the left will deflect the ball to the right. Striking the ball on the very center will send the ball on a straight path with little spin or deflection. Try and focus only on one sector at a time. Great strikers know exactly where they want to strike. They stare at it and they hit it most of the time. Okay, now I'm going to talk to you about your foot. There are 4 basic sides that we're going to do with the foot, or 4 places on the foot that we're going to kick. The first part is what people call the instep. And the instep is the top of your laces. The ball lands directly on your laces, right on top. It does not go on any side, it lands directly on top. The next one is a sweet spot. And the sweet spot is on the inside part of your foot, just above your big toe. It's one of the largest bones in your foot, and when your foot locks out, it's a tremendous impact point. So what happens is, when you come through, bam, the ball hits right on the instep. Inside of the foot, this flat portion in here. Outside of the foot, anywhere on the outside of the foot in here is what we're talking about. That's what we want to see. Instep, laces, sweet spot, inside, outside. Those are the 4 parts we'll be dealing with. The laces means the top of our foot, not on the sides or off center. A straight kick is performed with the top of our foot. An angle kick is performed with a sweet spot. The inside and outside of our foot is pretty self-explanatory. However, striking the ball near the ankle will give the most stability. There's a bunch of misinformation about what happens to your eyes during a soccer kick, so we're going to clear that up right now. We're addressing the eyes issue, and just as in any sport where there's ball contact, eyes are always on the contact point. Always. Wherever that contact point is, that's where the eyes are. Whether it's golf, we swing, we impact, and we follow through. Our eyes are still at the impact point even on follow through. Baseball, same thing. Watch the ball comes in, we impact, and we swing through the ball. The ball is going to have an impact point, and that's where we are. Next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to play some tennis. Let's play some tennis. Same thing, when we play tennis, we watch the ball, we contact the tennis ball, and we stay there, and that's where we go through. It's that motion of load, impact, and release, allowing our body to pass through that we want. So what we have here is we have a little game. We have little pieces of tape, and you don't know the numbers of the tape, but you have to tell me after your kick, by keeping your eye down there, how many pieces of tape are under that ball, okay? So here I go. Now we're just gonna come in, an angle, just a nice little angle kick, come in, V-swing, and tell me where it is, okay? Tell me the number under the ball. Go. How many? 1, good. 2, good. On this shot and the next shot, notice the red line showing that the eyes stay focused through the shot. Take a look from a shooter's view. We take a quick peek at our target, then our eyes stay focused on the ball. They stay focused all the way through impact and into the follow-through. The point of it, eye stays down, swings through. Even during the follow-through, into the follow-through, our eyes stay down. We're staring at a specific point on the ball. We're not looking at the ball in general. We pick the spot we're going to strike and we stare at it all the way through. That's how we perfect shooting. That's how you get perfect accuracy. Proper form, perfect ball strike, that's where accuracy comes from. Not from drills, but learning how to shoot it directly and straight.